Jungkook speaks up in Rolling Stone. His comments about Jimin moved the army. Pleading face revolving hearts in an exclusive global interview released by Rolling Stone ahead of a quiet but anticipated evening in army circles, Jungkook emerged not only as a multi-talented artist now at the peak of his international career, but also as a person ready to open a little gap from the wall he has been keeping tight. The interview immediately shook the fandom when one of the discussion segments touched on Jimin, a friend, colleague, as well as the person who has always been in the closest circle to him since BTS's debut. In just a few minutes after the article was released, the social platform was full of hoopla. Hashtags related to the two suddenly became trending in various countries, accompanied by a wave of emotion that emerged because Jungkook's comments were considered very honest, warm, and touching to make many fans feel like they were watching a glimpse of the relationship of two people who have gone through so many things together. There wasn't a word that felt small or ordinary in the interview. From the way Jungkook answered, to the look in his eyes captured in the exclusive photo, to his breathing that sounded quiet before he explained about someone he referred to as the pillar that always makes me calm again. Everything was part of the moment that was considered magical by the army. Rolling Stone wrote that when the topic of Jimin was raised, Jungkook was silent for several long seconds that made the room seem to stop. The camera caught a small reflection of light in Jungkook's eyes, a sign that this was no ordinary question, and that the answer would not be. Jungkook began by saying that the last years were the toughest and most beautiful period in his life journey. He feels the pressure as a solo singer, the responsibility as a member of BTS, and the big changes after his recent military service. However, he admits that of all of them, there is one thing that keeps him going, namely the relationship he has with the members, especially with Jimin. He did not immediately name names, but Rolling Stone described him smiling before finally saying that there was someone who was always his reason for not giving up, someone who knew when to come, when to shut up, and when to force him to ask himself what he really felt. Jungkook stated that Jimin is the first person who always asks if he has eaten, if he has slept, if he is okay before a concert or a heavy schedule. Even when they are no longer living together, that attention never diminishes. There were times when I felt exhausted and disoriented, Jungkook said in the interview. And when that happens, he always knows without me having to say anything. He just shows up, or calls, or sends a message, and the world feels lighter. Those words made ARMY explode in amazement, especially since for many fans, Jungkook and Jimin's relationship was one of the most sincere and meaningful dynamics since the beginning of BTS's career. The two have been known to be close since trainee, going through an uncertain debut, becoming roommates, and relying on each other in crucial moments that determine the direction of their group's career. Many fans remember how Jimin was always seen taking care of Jungkook as a child, how he took him to eat, told him to sleep, even scolded when Jungkook was too hard on himself. Now, in a Rolling Stone interview, Jungkook seems to confirm that the bond is not nostalgia or just memories of the past, but something that continues to live and evolve to this day. Jungkook continued his comments by saying that Jimin is not only a place of return, but also a person who always pushes him out of his comfort zone. He's a very honest person. Sometimes it's annoying because I know he'll say the same thing even if it's hard to hear, Jungkook said, laughing softly. But now I understand that his honesty is a form of love. The statement sparked a wave of in-depth reading in the ARMY community. Many consider that Jungkook not only pays tribute to Jimin as a friend or coworker, but also as a figure who was emotionally very instrumental in his life. In a long Rolling Stone article, it was written that Jungkook looked down several times, as if he was thinking about how to convey each word exactly. He did not want to overdo it, but also did not want to hold back what he had long wanted to say. That part of the interview then touches on a moment when they were both serving in the military, a stressful time because of their limited time and freedom. Jungkook said that although the two were placed in different units and did not always meet, Jimin's presence was always felt. When I have trouble sleeping, I remember his short message before we went into training camp. He said that no matter how hard it gets, I'm not alone. And it's ingrained in my mind all the time. Rolling Stone wrote that when he said that, Jungkook was seen rubbing the sleeve of his suit, as if trying to calm himself. Many readers described the expression as something very human, very honest, and very evocative. The most horrendous part of the interview came when Jungkook was asked what he missed most about Jimin during his military service. He laughed first, but then the answer that came out of his mouth made the atmosphere quiet. "I miss the way it made me feel meaningful," she says. "I think everyone has someone like that in their life, who makes their world feel bigger and warmer." That moment instantly became the most viral quote. Many fans from around the world wrote that Jungkook's statements are rare and very bold, especially since he is known as someone who usually keeps his feelings to himself. Jimin also became trending because many people speculated how he would respond to the comment. Some of the army felt that Jimin would definitely cry when he read the article, considering that he himself is a sensitive figure and very easily touched by small things that show sincerity. Shortly after the article was released, a staffer who handled the Rolling Stone photo shoot shared a small story that Jungkook seemed more excited when the photo session touched on the interview part about Jimin. He was seen smiling for no apparent reason, as if he was imagining something that only he himself knew. Many armies suspected that the moment must have been very personal to him. The Rolling Stone article also highlighted the other side of their relationship, namely how the two deal with pressure as public figures who are often the subject of speculation. Jungkook said that he learned a lot from Jimin in terms of managing emotions and staying patient. "He taught me that not everything needs a reaction. Sometimes silence is a form of trust in yourself." That made many fans judge that the relationship between the two has developed beyond mere friendly closeness. They grow together, shape each other, and strengthen each other in ways that may not always be apparent to the world. Jungkook also talked about how Jimin was one of the first people to listen to demos of the songs he worked on. In the interview, he said that Jimin always gave sensitive and honest feedback, something he considered very valuable. "He could always hear what I was trying to say through my music, even when I wasn't sure what I wanted to say." In the final part of the interview, Jungkook was asked perhaps the most emotional question: what is the greatest thing he will always be grateful for about Jimin? He was silent for a long time, so long that the interviewer noted it in the article as meaningful silence. When he finally answered, he just said quietly, "Because he never gave up on me." And with that sentence, the Rolling Stone interview becomes not just an ordinary article, but an important record of the relationship of two figures who have walked side by side for more than a decade. ARMY called this interview one of Jungkook's most candid moments during his career. Many consider Jungkook's words to be the deepest form of respect for someone who is always by his side regardless of time or circumstances. After the interview was released, Korean media also highlighted. Many entertainment analysts have suggested that Jungkook appears to be more emotionally mature. They also predict that Jungkook's comments about Jimin will strengthen BTS's image as a group with an inseparable bond, even as they go about their respective activities.